Hi, my name is Selam Katana, film composer and audio engineer.
And my name is Noah Katana, also known as N08, and I'm a producer.
Today we are in our studio in Munich and we are showcasing the new SPL Gemini mid-side mastering processor.
Alright, so here we are. Before we play the final mix, let's go through the Gemini real quick. Going left to right, we're starting with the active button. We have insert, solo, and balance and trim for the mid channel, followed by the elliptical filter, removing anything below the set frequency to go into the side. So for example, if you're widening a final mix, but you don't want your bass to be widened as well, set your filter accordingly and it will only widen anything above that. And after that, you have the last knob, the stereo width. Followed lastly by the last three buttons for the side channel, filter and width, solo. We have two control knobs. With balance, you can adjust the mid channel to the left or right. And with trim, you can increase or reduce the mid channel signal. But enough talking, let's actually get to using the Gemini on a final mix. This is how the final mix sounds normally. Alright, let's get working. Firstly, we activate the Gemini as well as the insert buttons for mid and side channels and the filter and width button so that we can actually use the elliptical filter and the stereo width. Using the SPL Gemini with other hardware like the SPL PQ and SPL Iron opens up so many more ways that we can set up our mastering chain. Notice how wide the stereo sounds now. Let's try seeing what we can do with the elliptical filter. Let's turn back the stereo width and notice how it sounds. Let's solo the side. Alright, let's now solo the mid signal with the Gemini and EQ the final mix with the PQ, only listening to the mid signal for now. And by the way, if you're interested in the SPL PQ and the SPL Iron, there's a video on this channel about them as well. Alright, we have shaped the mid signal. So let's go to the side signal by soloing the side signal on the Gemini and shape the sound with the PQ. Let's go back to tweaking the elliptical filter and the stereo width a little bit, just to get it right. This is more fine-tuning, especially when shaping only the side or the mid-signal, but try and listen to the difference. And because of YouTube's compression on a video, we are tweaking everything a little bit more intense than you might be doing normally so that you can listen to the difference. And with the trim control, we can bring out the vocal more in the final mix by increasing the trim. Let's rewind back to the vocal and try to listen to the difference. It's amazing how you can bring forward elements out of a final mix. Alright, so let's see how we can implement the SPL Iron mastering compressor with the Gemini. The good thing being about the SPL Iron as well, that we can only compress the mid or the side signal, and through the Gemini we can solo out these signals and really listen to what we're doing. Alright, let's turn off the Gemini real quick. And turn back on. And by the way, the reason why the SPL Gemini is a first of its kind is because, like the other SPL hardware, it's being run at 120 volt, being the first mastering mid-side processor to do so. That means it can handle a better maximum level, resulting in better dynamic range, better distortion limits, better signal to noise ratio, which results in a more natural sound and less unpleasant coloring. So you can see through the SPL Gemini, you can actually have new approaches in your master chain. Not only think of the SPL Gemini as a last thing, just as a stereo widener, but as a way to do the other processes differently. Alright, we're done. But we hope that you were able to understand what the Gemini offers by itself and what the Gemini offers for the whole mastering chain as a whole.
This is quite a piece of machinery, which is amazing. I think no plugin can do this for me. What do you think, Noah?
I think so as well, most definitely. And we hope that you were able to get to know the Gemini better and really understand why this is such a unique piece of hardware. So if you want to check it out and check out the other SPL products, be sure to check it out at www.spl.audio. Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.